Hey guys, it's Matt of the DVD Update here, and I'm here for another video. I'm testing out my new microphone, which is a Yeti Platinum. So the sound quality is amazing, and I don't need much lighting for this. I'm not setting up my lights or anything for this because it's just going to be like kind of like a quick video. Some of you may not know this, but I'm a huge fan of Survivor, which is the TV show on CBS, which is coming into its 34th or 35th season. And so they just did second chances, they just did a whole new cast, and now they're going back to people that have been on the show before. And I'm going to run through who they're bringing back. This season is called Game Changers, where some of them are game changers, some of them really don't fall into that category. But we're going to go through and we're going to see. As a matter of fact, I went through this list and I don't really like that many at all. And as a returning player season, that sucks for me because there's a lot of people last year that, or for second chances, I should say, that didn't get chosen that I think should have gotten chosen over other people. Obviously, that's just my opinion. But let's go through who was chosen for Game Chasers and why I'm not really that excited for this upcoming season here in February, but as a diehard fan, I will watch it regardless. Alright, so let's get into our first one. I'm going to try to put up pictures here. Alright, cool, the picture did show up. It's the first time I've ever tried to do something like that. Alright, so first off, we have Caleb here, who got medically evacuated from his season. And actually, I did like Caleb. I believe he was from Big Brother as well. I don't watch Big Brother. I tried to get into it. I just couldn't do it. There's too much content out there. It's kind of, I'm just not into it. So I haven't watched Big Brother, but I tried. I did give it a shot, and a fair shot. But he's on Big Brother. He got medically evacuated from his season. I actually did like him on his season, and I very much liked the Tai and Caleb dynamic, which we will see later on that Tai is also coming back as a game changer. And so it's going to be interesting to see where these guys are at. Are they going to create an alliance because they kind of had a thing on the first go about, or not? Now we can go on to Sierra, who I really could care less about. I thought she was really cute in her season, but that's about it. She was in Blood versus Water with her mom, and I don't know, I think she made it decently far. So yeah, man, I think she even voted her mom out, and that's probably why she's on this Game Changers season. Now we go to Sari, who I really don't remember. I do remember not liking her that much when I was watching her season. And guys, I watched these seasons as they aired. I watched the very first season when it came out, and then I didn't start watching again until season 20. But when I started getting back into it in season 20 and saying, oh, I really like this, I watched it from 20 on, and I also, between each season, watched a season, sometimes 3 or 4 seasons. And so that's awesome. Back when I was binge watching the series, it was very hard to get because you had to download them or get them through other illegal means. But now it's easy as fuck because if you have Amazon Prime, they have a ton of seasons on Amazon Prime. And not to mention, sorry, my voice kind of just, I got out of breath there. I got so excited about how you can watch Survivor that I got out of breath. But you can also watch it now on the $7.99 or $6.99 CBS All Access, which I'm thinking about getting. I'm not sure about that yet because I do want to rewatch some key seasons. And if they're not on Amazon, they're on CBS All Access. All right, Michaela. Now here's the thing. I did not like Michaela on this season either. My mom loved Michaela. Me and my mom watched Survivor together. My mom loved Michaela. She was really sad to see her go. I could have cared less. And I love the moment. I love the moment when she gets voted out and she's looking around and she's like, did you do this? Right to Jay's eyes. Jay does not look away. He stares straight in her eyes and he goes, yeah, I did it. And he does not break the stare, and that was it. And she gets up. She tells him it was a huge mistake, and she gets out. I love it because most of the time when people blindside someone or they get voted out, they rather don't say anything at all. The person's blowing up like, who did this? Who did this? They stay quietly or look around like, oh, isn't she crazy? Well, she's taking this weird. But that was just a very, very cool moment in Tribal Council. And I'm not sure why she's on Game Changers. I don't know. Someone enlighten me. All right, let's go on to the next batch, if you will. We're taking these 5 at a time because that's the pictures that I found. So Ozzy. Now I am a fan of Ozzy. Ozzy's been on there many a time, and he, to me, is definitely a game changer. He was just he was a good guy, man. He fished. He did the whole his first time out there was the whole wilderness aspect and the adventure of it all. He wasn't there to win. He was one of those that just was out there for the experience and stuff. And he actually really grew on me. I liked him as a personality and stuff. And then of course, he was kind of a game changer in the seasons like that where I just said, the fishing, the adventure, the climbing of the trees. He could like scale a tree real quick, grab coconuts, etc., etc. But the real game changer for me, I think, is when he was in Redemption Island. I believe that was, or was it Heroes versus Villains where they did Redemption Island? I'm not really sure, but they were all getting on Cochran and saying he was going to go out, but he decided to step up, get himself voted out to go to Redemption Island to try to win, because he thought he could win. So that definitely is a game changer. Now we're going on to Sandra. I like Sandra. I like her attitude. I liked her in both of her seasons. She's the only person to ever win Survivor twice in a row. She's going back to win it for a 3rd time. But guess what? I'm going to tell you right now, this might be controversial. It's not. But she is not. No way is someone going to let Sandra win 3 times in a row on Survivor, win $3 million. It's not going to happen, man. It's just not going to happen. But it's going to be interesting to see how she comes end up trying to play this, having already won twice. I do like her. She is a game changer. Not going to win a 3rd time. Moving on to Tai. I really like Tai. He brought to his season, fun comedic moments, especially with the bromance between him and Caleb before Caleb got evacuated, and his looking straight at Scott and the other guy, I can't remember his name, and just who he was supposed to play the idol on Scott, and just saying no. It was a very tense-filled tribal council, that one, because Scott stared at him. He looked at Scott. He looked over at the other guy. Still can't remember his name. Long red beard. He was a bounty hunter. But and then he's just like no. And then Scott goes. So, and then of course everybody knows that Sia interrupted the reunion to give Tai, I believe it was $100,000, because he was so friends with he treated the animals well, the chickens there, and so yeah, they also had Mark the chicken. He had funny moments with Mark the chicken. He carried him around on a leash. They were always buddy. He was feeding him and stuff. Game changer. I don't know. Is he a game changer? I like him, but I'm not so sure he's a game changer. Tony Vlachos. Okay. I liked that season. I liked Cagayan as a season because you had Chaos Cash, you had Spencer in there, you had Tasha, who was actually from a city that is about 15 minutes down the road from here, from where I live. So that was interesting to see. And then of course Tony and the Sarah thing, everybody was just so happy when Sarah got voted out. There was so much clapping and stuff, and we'll get to that in a second because she's also on this season. So it's going to be interesting to see the dichotomy between Tony and Sarah. I have to say, if I was Sarah, I would hold a little bit of a grudge against Tony, who got her out simply because she was a cop, and just was super happy about it. And you know what? A person like Tony can only win once, and the only reason, in my opinion, that he really won is because that secret idol, the Tyler Perry idol. Everyone was just scared because nobody knew what it was, so no one really wanted to vote him out. It was pretty cool, he had the Tyler Perry idol, but he also had one of his own idols, and I believe he played it for LJ at the time to try to save his alliance or whatever. And so the only reason he won and the only reason he is on Game Changers is because of the Tyler Perry idol, which was globally pretty much hated. And I really didn't care for it either, because I do really believe that if he did not have that idol, he would not have won. But good on him for winning, and he's on Game Changers. Game Chasers. Sorry, it's a YouTube show I watch. He's on Game Changers. So yeah, man, we'll see how that goes. I don't think he's going to be able to win. All right, on to the next group. We have Andrea. Now, when Andrea first started playing, I had a super huge crush on her. I kind of still do. She's like an entertainment person now. She does entertainment reports or whatnot. And, you know, she's kind of still in the community and whatnot. But I heard she's a real easy girl at Ponderosa. There's stories out there about that. Now, I don't like putting out drama. I don't like putting out gossip or hearsay, but I would like to think that she is, because if I ever go to Ponderosa, maybe she could throw me one. Just saying. I will never go on Survivor, by the way. Not cut out for it. Not for me. I love watching it. I would probably do terrible. Okay, now we're going on to Aubrey. I don't have much to say about Andrea. She's played a couple of times. Once again, see, I'm kind of fuzzy and foggy because some of these people have played so many times and I haven't seen their seasons in so long that I'm really not sure why she would be classified as a game changer. But let's move on to Aubrey. Now, Aubrey, you know, I really did like her. I liked Aubrey and Neil and that kind of like conglomerate over there. And I really do think she should have won over Michelle. But, you know, who am I to say? I mean, the jury came to their decision and that it was not her. So I do think that she should definitely be able to get a second chance to go back out there. How she's a game changer. Okay, Brad Culpepper. Now, very annoying. I think he was on Blood versus Water because his wife Monica was also on that one, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, they got into, like, I don't know, he was a sports player or something. I have no clue who this guy is, and I can't really remember the season he was on, but he might have said some sexist or racist stuff during his career, and it's kind of brought out, and it made Monica cry or some shit. I don't know. Didn't like him on Blood versus Water. Monica, I could give or take. I could really care less about her. So why is a game changer and why is on Game Changers this season? I don't know. I don't want her. Debbie, come on, man. I get it, you know, she was kind of funny. She has her comedic moments. She was a little strange out there and off. But game changer? Why is she here? Next amount of pictures. Thank you. What are we on? Are we on this one? Yes, we are. Okay. JT. Now, I did like this. I did really like JT. He did a bonehead move in Heroes versus Villains, but for his first season, where he went to the end with his buddy Steven Fishback, I liked that season a lot, and I think he was the deserving winner of that, and that was awesome. Then when he came back and came back for Heroes versus Villain, Russell got to him. Russell was a sneaky little bitch on that one, and he gave his fucking immunity idol. This is spoilers, by the way, okay? He gave his immunity idol to Russell, who he thought was in trouble because he thought that the girls were ganging up on Russell, when really that was not the case at all. And basically, Russell used his own hidden immunity idol against JT and said bye-bye. So that was a bonehead move. But you know what? If that had worked out, if Russell was really in trouble with with the females on his tribe, and he had passed that to Russell, and Russell had used it because he was really in trouble, that could have definitely solidified him and Russell or whatever, and that would have been a cool move if it had worked out. But it didn't work out that way, so I can't really put too much, you know, I can't fault him too much for that bonehead move. But, yeah, JT, I like JT. Okay, now Varner, he was in Australia season 2. He came back out for second chances. He really didn't get a second chance when, like, one of his people's, Abby Maria, who cannot be trusted whatsoever. I would never want to play with a person like Abby Maria. Kind of, like, screwed him over and voted him out, which is why I called her a bitch, but also kissed her. You know, they're probably still cool. Game changer, not so sure. It kind of sucked because in his season, he got voted out on a technicality. The first ever, like, tie, and then it went to, instead of drawing rocks or something like that, it went to whoever had the most amount of votes on them, which unfortunately was Jeff instead of Kobe. And whatever happened to him? Whatever happened to Top Shot? Nobody said anything about Top Shot. No one said it was canceled. No one said it was never coming back. It just never came back, and no one said anything about Top Shot. I liked that show, hosted by Colby. Where's Top Shot? What happened to Top Shot? Someone let me know. But anyway, Jeff Varner, he's cool. I don't know where the game changer part comes in, but I'm cool. I'm cool with him. I'm cool to see him play. Haley, now, okay, she's a lawyer. If you check out her YouTube channel, she does some, like, lawyer raps, some amendment raps, stuff like that. Her job-centric as a lawyer. She does some raps and music videos. She dances around with the American flag. She is kind of cute. Game changer, maybe? Don't know. She's in the middle for me. I don't like her. I don't hate her. she's just meh. Malcolm, okay, he's played a couple of times. I like when people mix it up at tribal council and stuff. So when they had the three amigos or the three bros, and they played idols on each other, which was really kind of a waste of some idols. But he brought some funness into the tribal council, even though it didn't work out for him in the end. And once again, let me go back to and say that JT, I don't think JT can win this either. Even if he had, mostly because he already won once, I don't think he's going to win twice. And even if he had never won once, I still don't think he'll be able to pull anything off in this season. So anyway, back to Malcolm. He's in the middle for me. I liked him. I believe I liked him in the Three Amigos season. But his subsequent seasons, I really don't have an opinion on him. I don't think, he was just meh. All right, we're on to our last little pick here. Sarah. Okay, I didn't care for her on her season either. I was also kind of laughing how it worked out where she was voted out by Tony. So I don't have much to say to her. Game changer? Sierra. Okay, I really liked her season. I can't even remember what season that is, where finally Mike is by himself. There's no hope left for Mike, and it's kind of like a redemption story, man. He just keeps winning those immunities, and he finally makes it to the end, and he wins. That was awesome because he was on the bottom. And Sierra, she was a barrel. I don't know what she did. She rides horses and stuff like that. She's tall. She's super cute because I do follow her on Instagram. But game changer? Troyzan. Okay, I really like this one. I like Troyzan. He was pretty cool. I thought he was funny. And when he was on the season with Tarzan, how he got all butthurt about, there's already a Troyzan here. There can't be a Tarzan too. I'm Troyzan. That was a funny moment, but I can't really remember too much about his gameplay or what he did. And game changer? Zeke. Now, Zeke, I liked Zeke. I liked the battle of the Zeke and the David. I like the Zeke and the David battle, and I think that I like David more than Zeke, and I'm happy that Dave went as far as he did. But that Clash of the Titans, if you will, was a very awesome and epic part of this season, and I think had Dave and him stuck together, they could have went very far. So he really did have untapped potential in this game, and so I'm very glad to see him back for this season. But I mean, game changer? I mean, what? I don't get how a lot of these people are game changers. I really don't. And maybe that's just because I'm so far away from their seasons or having watched them played, but I still don't get how some of these are game changers. Now, Sierra is fresh in my mind. Sarah is fresh in my mind. I don't see how they're game changers, but they're back. So really, this is kind of a mediocre season, man. I just don't know, man. I really don't have too many favorites here. Let's go down the list again. Caleb. All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch it for Caleb. Sierra could care less. Siri could care less. Michaela could care less. Ozzy, okay, cool. Sandra, okay, cool. Tai, I'll watch it for Tai. Tony, I could care less about. Andrea, meh. Aubrey, meh. Brad, Debbie, no. JT, okay, I'll watch it for JT. Varner, maybe. Malcolm, Sarah, Sierra, Troyzan, Zeke. So what, 6 out of the 20 people? Something like that? But, yeah. So, anyway, I've never really done a Survivor video, but I am a very big fan of Survivor, and I'm a big fan of watching Survivor. It's kind of like a sport for me. I get really into it, and a lot of times I yell at the screen like it was a sporting event. My dad will have to come down and says, well, what are you watching? What game is on? I'm like, it's Survivor, man. What are you talking about, game? It is a game, but it's not a sport. He came down thinking, what kind of sporting event am I watching? I'm watching Survivor, man. Anyway, all right, so I don't know. This is very weird because I've never done a Survivor video. A lot of people probably don't even know that I like Survivor. It's not really DVD or movie related or horror related for that matter, although they do have Blu-rays and DVDs of the seasons out, which I really say don't buy because they're kind of expensive. I think they're burned discs, and you can just get Amazon Prime and watch a ton of seasons. And you can get Amazon, you can get CBS All Access, and you can watch all the episodes. Or you can go the means that I had to do back in the day when they weren't really readily available for streaming media, and it's a torrent. So I might do some reaction videos or some episode reviews, or maybe some things that I think are going to happen in the next season as they go along come February. And if you guys are fans of Survivors and you're one of my subscribers for a long time, let me know. And if you're a new subscriber and you're a fan of Survivor, let me know what you think and if I should do any more Survivor-based videos. Okay, man, this has been Matt, or the DVD Update. As always, comment, rate, subscribe, do what you do, and I'll see you when I see you.